Hey there, fellow money-savvy folks. Are you ready to learn how to become a spending ninja and make your money work for you? Today, we're going to dive into the exciting world of financial responsibility and show you how to properly spend your money without sacrificing your lifestyle or your sanity. Let's face it, we all have that one friend who always seems to have the latest gadgets, trendy clothes, but fear not, my frugal friends, because we're about to show you how to keep up with the Joneses without breaking the bank. So grab your favorite beverage, put on your thinking cap, and get ready to level up your money game with our top tips for proper spending. Let's go. Make a budget. The first step in properly spending your money is to make a budget. This means figuring out how much money you have coming in and how much you have going out each month. You can use a spreadsheet or a budgeting app to help you keep track of everything. Once you have a good idea of what you're spending each month, you can start to look for areas where you can cut back. Prioritize your spending. Prioritizing your spending is an essential part of effective money management. It involves making a list of your expenses in order of importance and ensuring that you're allocating your resources in the most effective way possible. The first step in prioritizing your spending is to identify your necessary expenses. This typically includes things like your rent or mortgage payment, utilities, groceries, and transportation costs. These expenses should always take priority as they are essential for meeting your basic needs. Once you've taken care of your necessary expenses, you can start thinking about other things you want or need to buy. This might include things like entertainment, dining out, or travel. When deciding which expenses to prioritize, it's important to consider your long-term financial goals. Are you saving for a down payment on a house or paying off debt? If so, you may need to prioritize these goals over more discretionary spending. Save for the future. One of the most important things you can do with your money is to save it. Even if you can only put a little bit away each month, it's better than nothing. Set up a savings account and make sure you contribute to it regularly. This will help you build up an emergency fund and prepare for your future. Saving money is crucial for financial stability and security. Apart from building an emergency fund, saving can also help you achieve your long-term financial goals. Avoid impulse buying. We've all been there. You're browsing online or walking through a store and you see something that catches your eye. Before you know it, you've made an impulse purchase that you probably didn't need. To avoid this, try to limit your exposure to advertisements and sales pitches. If you do see something you really want, give yourself a day or two to think about it before you buy it. This will help you make sure it's something you actually need and not just a spur-of-the-moment decision. Track your spending. Tracking your spending is an essential step in managing your personal finances effectively. By keeping a record of your expenses, you can understand your spending patterns, identify areas where you can cut back. One way to track your spending is to use a notebook or a spreadsheet. Write down all of your purchases along with the date, the amount, and the category, like groceries, entertainment, transportation. At the end of each week or month, total up your expenses for each category and compare them to your budget. This can give you a clear picture of where your money is going and where you need to make adjustments. Another option is to use a budgeting app. There are many free and paid apps available that can help you track your spending automatically. Some of these apps sync with your bank accounts and credit cards, so you don't have to manually enter every transaction. They can also provide insights into your spending habits and offer suggestions for how to save money. No matter which method you choose, the key is to be consistent and honest with yourself about your spending. Don't try to hide purchases or fudge the numbers to make them fit your budget. Instead, be realistic about your spending habits and make adjustments as needed. Shop smart. Shopping smart is an essential aspect of spending your money wisely. It means being mindful of the prices you pay for goods and services and finding ways to save money whenever possible. By shopping smart, you can reduce your expenses and keep more money in your pocket. One way to shop smart is to do your research before making a purchase. This means taking the time to compare prices between different retailers and websites to find the best deals. You can also read reviews and check out product ratings to ensure that you're getting the best quality for your money. Another way to save money is by using coupons and promo codes. Many retailers offer discounts and promotional codes to customers. and you can often find these by doing a quick online search. Before making a purchase, take a few minutes to search for promo codes or coupons that you can use to get a discount on your order. Consider your long-term goals. When making financial decisions, it's important to keep your long-term goals in mind. For example, if you're saving for a down payment on a house or planning to go back to school, this may mean cutting back on discretionary spending, like eating out or buying new clothes, in order to save more money. Use credit cards responsibly. Credit cards can be a valuable tool for building credit, earning rewards, and managing your finances, but they can also lead to financial troubles if used carelessly. To use credit cards responsibly, it's important to understand how they work and develop good habits for managing your accounts. One of the key rules of using credit cards responsibly is to pay off your balances in full each month. Carrying a balance on your credit card means that you're paying interest on your debt, which can quickly add up and lead to a cycle of debt. To avoid this, make sure you only charge what you can afford to pay back in full each month. This not only saves you money on interest charges, but it also helps you maintain a good credit score by keeping your credit utilization ratio low. Another rule of thumb for responsible credit card use is to avoid high-interest loans or cash advances. While it may be tempting to use your credit card to access cash quickly, these types of transactions typically come with high fees and interest rates that can make them extremely costly. Instead, consider alternative options for borrowing money, such as a personal loan or a line of credit. Don't compare yourself to others. One of the biggest mistakes people make when it comes to spending is comparing themselves to others. It's easy to feel like you're falling behind when you see your friends and neighbors driving fancy cars or living in big houses. However, it's important to remember that everyone's financial situation is unique, and what works for one person may not work for another. Comparing yourself to others can be a dangerous trap that leads to overspending and financial insecurity. When you're constantly trying to keep up with the Joneses, you're more likely to make purchases that you can't afford or take on debt that you can't repay. This can lead to financial stress and make it harder for you to achieve your long-term goals. Instead of comparing yourself to others, focus on your own financial situation and goals. Set a budget that works for you and your family and stick to it. Consider what's important to you and prioritize your spending accordingly. For example, if you value experiences over material possessions, you may want to spend more on travel or entertainment and less on luxury items. So those are our additional tips for properly spending your money. Remember to shop smart, consider your long-term goals, use credit cards responsibly, and avoid comparing yourself to others. By following these steps, you can make sure that you're making the most of your money and working towards a secure financial future. One key to successful money management is to establish long-term goals. Whether you're saving for a down payment on a home, building an emergency fund, or planning for retirement, by breaking down your goals into smaller, achievable steps, you can make progress over time and stay motivated along the way. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more financial advice and tips on how to build a secure financial future. Thank you for watching. Having a clear sense of what you want to achieve can help guide your financial decisions. You may need to adjust your spending habits to ensure that you're able to meet those goals, and ensure that you're staying within your budget, such as buying a house, going on a dream vacation, or retiring comfortably. And fancy meals, while we're over here counting our pennies and living on ramen noodles.